rolling? All right. Hey, welcome everybody. I'm Dr. J. I go Joey, if you will, please. And I'm here with Cameron Sumter. Cam, as I call him. And we are starting our Flip The Scrip Podcast, where we're going to talk about anything that has to do with health, nutrition, exercise, getting fit, being healthy. I like to say, just get healthy, fit will follow. So that's what this podcast is going to be about. But hey, New Day in America. We got Senator Kennedy working on Make America Healthy Again. And hey, we're going to jump right on that train, and hopefully we can bring you some very enlightening stuff. Maybe something that you won't find in books. Well, possibly mine. But some of the common sense and keep it simple approach. So let us know what you think when we're done, and don't hesitate to opine. One of the reasons why Cam and I decided that we wanted to bring this to the public is anytime he came into the practice to get an adjustment, we would always start yapping. And we're both passionate about the health of the human body, just healthy lifestyle in general, which I love to see at a young age like him. And whenever I get a chance to jump on that energy, I do. So what would happen is he'd come in for a visit, and next thing you know, we're chatting it up in the treatment room, and I'm backing up, and my staff's knocking on the door saying, okay, hey, wrap it up, come on. And so we basically, every time you came in, we had a mini podcast. So we thought, well, you know what, all this energy, we need to get it out there. So welcome to our debut. Again, I hope you enjoy it. What you got to say, brother?
I'm excited. I remember I mentioned it to you years ago. I remember we were just talking at your old office, and I remember you'd bring me back into, outside of, in like the waiting room, and then we had the tables and everything. You'd take me back into your office, and we'd be just talking. I was like thinking, and this is before podcast really blew up or anything. I was like, you should start something like that. Whether it's a blog, vlog, whatever, writing books. I was like, you got to get something like that. I was like, because this stuff is awesome. But I mean,
I had no clue what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about social media. You said something about a podcast or blog or something, and I was clueless, right? So yeah, you actually lit the spark on that one.
That's probably 5 years ago at this point.
And it also inspired me to start writing.
Yeah,
which
both of them, yeah.
Sort of sound like what we were talking about. A lot of my patients, I talk really fast, and I would sometimes give them a little more information in a sitting than they could probably take in. And so I used to get from them, Doc, why don't you write a book? So I did. And then I wrote another one.
Probably going to write a few more.
I wasn't done talking yet, right? I had
Yeah.
more to say. So those have come out over the past couple of years, and it's been a blast. 30-something years now in this practice. Found it, from injuring myself in college.
Yeah, let's do a little rundown of when you started. I mean, I know the story pretty well now, but I know you started at University of Florida and all that, and then.
Actually, I was in Gainesville. Yeah, I was at a community college when I started out there, and training like most 20-year-olds do in the gym, kicking my own butt since my career in football fell short early. But I always loved any sport. Just give me something athletic to do. I found that and found a good group of people. But I kept having this reoccurring injury. And first I was sent to the so-called self-proclaimed specialist. And just to give you the timeline, that was 1983. 82, 83. And back then they would actually, this doctor, first of all, he had this gut and he's smoking a cigarette in front of me. And I will never forget this diagnosis. I mentioned it, I think, in my second book, Pain-Free Living. So he takes this puff and he says, boy, you got weightlifters back. Quit lifting weights and you quit having a back problem. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm going to wind up like this guy, right? So I'm depressed and, I go back to my apartment and crawl around from the table to the bedroom. And finally, one of my roommates at the time says, hey, Joey, come on, I'm taking you to my chiropractor. And I was, what? A what? He goes, just come on, get in the car. So I do, follow him. He's moving upright, so I'm going to see what he's got to say. And that's when I met my first chiropractic doctor. And he treated me about 6 times. And I was feeling better quickly, but I was pain-free after about that 6th visit. And I asked him, I said, Doc, will I ever be able to train again? And he said, look, you're 23, go live your life and come see me when you need me. And that really was what I wanted to hear, right? Keep on moving. So I was actually in a business class at the time. I'm majoring in business. And I had a paper due in a class. So I said, hey, I'm going to do this on chiropractic. Because this was right after he had released me. And that was it. And I read it. That was me. Changed my major there and spent another 6 years in school. And gosh, that was 35 years ago. So I'm still loving it, though. I mean, I found that thing by which gets me up in the morning, and I get an opportunity I'm blessed to be able to make a difference. And so that's a gift. I'm not going to ask for more. And then I run into you, and here we are, dude. Right? So let's make it roll. It's gonna be fun.
Hardly anyone gets to do something that actually, makes a big impact in people's lives. But you get to see it all the time.
Well, and that's where the beauty of the nutritional education comes along, because I love my chiropractic. But our society today, man, we are eating our way into a major problem. And there's so much disinformation out there. So as a chiropractor, it's a lifestyle. And so I was missing out early on that nutritional component. We learned some stuff in school, some pretty good stuff. More than maybe most other healthcare professions, but still there's so much out there that you really have to search and find, especially because so much of it is disinformation. Even at the collegiate level, even in some of these courses that you take in school, there's a lot of catching up for them to do. And but if you search it, it's there. And this is what really makes the difference in today's world, is that we are basically eating our way into some seriously unhealthy situations. So that's where that passion lies, because the body as a whole, people need to be out of pain, but more importantly, people need to have the availability to live a long life full of vitality. And that's going to be your responsibility, mine to educate, and then people to get the information so that they can take care of themselves properly to manifest a long, healthy life, right? That's part of it. It's part of why I want to keep the spine functioning and everything else, all the joints, keep them working properly. But at the same time, we got to feed ourselves right, because most of what we're dealing with today, Cam, is metabolic-related issues. 80% of everything that's diseased in this world is metabolic. It means metabolism. It means we've eaten our way into this condition, in this situation. So we're going to get a chance, you and I, to kind of throw some ideas out there for people. First book of mine was Light Your Fire, which is basically on nutrition, longevity, vitality. And we'll talk about my second one later on. That's a little mini book, because that's chiropractic, and it's pretty darn common sense. And that's what it's called, Pain-Free Living, a Common Sense Approach. Just a few key things. Learn these things, make it part of your lifestyle like you've done. And the future looks a lot better. And then again, like I said, hey, we've got a new president now as of today, and maybe we'll get a chance to make America healthy again too, right?
That'd be great.
Yeah, shout out there to Senator Kennedy. Look forward to joining you in any way we possibly can. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good little rundown of what the podcast is going to be. I mean, I know we're going to be touching on, some stuff with fitness, and, we'll talk about vitamins, cholesterol, hormones, but it's going to get, we're going to try and have stuff for every kind of listener, somebody that needs something more simple, and then also episodes that are for someone that is pretty well versed in holistic health and
but keep
nutrition.
It real. But we'll keep it real.
Yeah.
Keep it as make it as comprehensible as possible.
No fluff.
Doesn't have to be difficult.
No point in sounding smart just to sound smart.
No. We break the scientific down. Keep it down to the common sense on everything that we possibly can. And we'll have some great guests along the way too. Try to keep this as interesting. And with that in mind, please opine. Let us know what you want to hear. Give us a topic. Let us know. You'll get the information where to send it to. And we will try to keep you entertained for 30 minutes or so once a week, whatever works. Again, we're in this together. So don't hesitate to jump in, give us an opinion, and let us know what you are interested in hearing. And we'll try to make those topics available to you. But if we're not covering it and you want us to, please let us know.
Yeah, I think we even discussed some workout videos showing certain exercises, some little nuanced stuff that
some do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts is right. Yeah, absolutely.
We've got that. Those will be available. Nutrition. Some of the also, we'll show some of the. We'll do some shakes, some supplementation, and just anything that we can find to to make the turn towards a healthier you. That's our goal.
Yeah, I think that covers everything.
Well, that's a place to start. So, hey, we want to thank you all for taking the time to spend the time with us. Bless you. And we cherish the moment. So please join us every week with Flip the Script. Cam and myself. Until next time, have yourself a great day so you're not missing one.